Guest video. Fernand Khnopff. This guest video displays the paintings of Fernand Khnopff accompanied by Enya's Boadicea. Search for Fernand Khnopff. About Khnopff. Fernand Edmond Jean-Marie Khnopff, the 12th of September 1858 to the 12th of November 1921, was a Belgian symbolist painter, and he was born to a wealthy family that had lived in Flanders since the early 17th century. Bruges as the capital of spiritual ideas. His early childhood, 1859 to 1864, was spent in Bruges, a city built on canals. This is The Reflection. Bruges is a low-lying town by the sea that could easily be flooded by a few meters of sea level rise. And this painting showing Hans Memling Square in Bruges indicates that he had premonitions about the world to come. Musées Royaux des Beaux-Arts, Brussels. The sulphurous sky emits a listless drizzle, which descends on a stark townscape, swept and manicured but devoid of life. The windows of the typical Flemish Renaissance building are boarded or blind. Even the pedestal has lost its statue. From the right, the encroaching sea has made inroads across the cobbles. Before long, the surface of the square will be submerged, and slowly but inexorably the unwitnessed end of civilization will follow. This is The Abandoned Town, painted in 1904. Knopff's One Ville Morte reinforces this feeling, as does his Souvenir de Flandre, UN Canal, all memories of a lost world. But this world was also actually spiritual, just as Bruges once was. So these pictures also mourn the rise of materialism and death of the spiritual. Children. Khnopff was also a sympathetic painter of children. This is his portrait de Mademoiselle van der Hecht. And he was able to capture the essence of some very young children. This is portrait of Henri de Wolmont, providing a background that emphasized their innocence. This is Kinder de Louis Neve. And vulnerability. This is portrait of Jean Keffer. Adults. And he also did some striking portraits of adults. This is his portrait of Jean de Bauer, and a particularly striking portrait of Mary von Stuck, wife of Franz von Stuck, the painter. The Sphinx. And here we see one of his most well-known symbolic paintings, Caress of the Sphinx. A painting which includes his sister as the Sphinx, with a cheetah's body, and again, given the predicament of the cheetah today, another premonition. Transfiguration. Transfiguration is the turning of a human being into a more beautiful, more divine and more spiritual state. Khnopff did not just use the color white as Larry did to transform the landscape, but adopted a completely new way of capturing a person's face. Capturing the spiritual. Knopff's most famous transfiguration painting is Hush, or Silence. The colors, the clothes, and the composition are all designed to make you think of a beautiful and angelic spiritual being. Many of his pictures show the faint outlines of a spirit being behind the veil. The color blue is used to symbolize spiritual experience and the wisdom and depth of understanding gained from these experiences. It is used in cloth and in wings, a symbol of ascension. And blue crops up again and again in these paintings, in flowers, in brooches, and in a person's eyes. Khnopff was described as not a very open man and a rather secluded personality. He never married and lived much of his life with his sister, Marguerite. As a consequence, it was his sister he often chose to transfigure. And his paintings of her are ethereal, angelic, and elevated with powerful images of Hypnos, god of dreams, and spiritual experience. He also gives her the auburn hair of the mystic. But I think we can see that his paintings are all about spirituality. Whether it is the loss of it, the spirituality found in innocent children, or the spirituality of a transfigured face. Khnopff died aged 63 and is buried in Laeken Cemetery.